Yes, this iMac is cheaper, but it is not as powerful as before. It is more affordable, of course. Now it's 21.5-inch iMac. Um, Starts from 1099, and 27-inch iMac starts from 1799. So this is of course cheaper. Before it, when it doesn't have this model, it comes standard with a 2.7 gigahertz quad-core Intel i5 processor, which is it may be the 4570K or 4670K, depending on which one you choose. Which is, yes, like that. Well, actually not, but a quad-core i5 is just, yes. So, here you go. You have, uh, to the new model iMac. It has, what it differs from the traditional iMac is, of course, the processor. That was quite disappointing because it was only 1.4 gigahertz dual-core i5 turbo boost up to 2.7 gigahertz, which was I'm wondering if that is the same processor as the MacBook Air, because it also has Intel HD graphics 5000. And yes, the only thing that differs from the MacBook Air is its display size, memory, and hard drive space. And of course, the price. So for the MacBook Air, we have it here. And if you want to start with an 11-inch model, um, well, you're most likely gonna get 256 gigabytes. To the iMac also. 500 gigabyte hard drive is very slow. If that's only 5400 RPM one. So if you want to bump up your specs to 256 gigabytes of flash storage, that would cost you 1349. So the specs now is 1.4 gigahertz dual-core i5, 8 gigabytes of DDR3, 1600 megahertz, 256 gigabytes of flash storage. You have Intel HD Graphics 5000. You have Apple Magic Mouse, Apple Wireless Keyboard, and the accessory kit, which which was extra Apple stuff. Yes. So this is your 11-inch MacBook Air. You don't want to bump the processor, but you want to bump up the RAM, which is 8 gigabytes of DDR3 memory, clocked at 1600 megahertz. So there you go. You have the MacBook Air of 256 gigabytes of PCIe based storage. So that is very fast. That is actually SSD, solid state drive. So the space is of course less. It has less capacity. So the iMac now is more expensive than the MacBook Air. So if you want, you can actually go for 128 gigs if you only use that for web browsing. But if you think the screen is small, you can just connect a display through. You can buy an adapter from Apple, which is here. You can $8.99. You can have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Yes, you have 128 gigabytes of storage. That is worse. You can have an HDMI adapter to Thunderbolt port. That would be about $35. And well, that is not so expensive. And if you want to save some bugs, you can simply use a DVI instead of an HDMI. So we're not going to want that. So yes, now it's 10:28, and yes, we have an adapter. And next thing we're going to do is buy a monitor, of course, if you think that is too small. So we have 22-inch, a full HD monitor, same as the iMac, which at least costs you $129, which is about $130. It includes cables and stuff if you buy it from Amazon right now. So this adds an extra about $130 to the MacBook Air. So now you have this price plus 0.99. So you have this total of about $1158, which is actually still cheaper than the iMac. But the iMac has more ports. The iMac has more ports, the MacBook Air here, and the iMac here. So, as you know, the iMac is thin, and of course not portable. So the advantage of the MacBook Air, it's of course is portable, and it has a great battery life. Well, it's actually even cheaper though. The flash storage is cheaper. It's faster, not cheaper. It is a lot more expensive. So close that tab first. The iMac has, as you can see here, if you buy an 11-inch model, it doesn't have the SDXC card slot. It only has 2 USB 3.0 ports and 1 Thunderbolt port on the 11-inch model. And if you want an SDXC card slot, you will have to go for the 13-inch model, which is $100 more expensive though. But the iMac has an SDXC card slot, 4 USB 3.0 ports compared to 2, and it has 2 Thunderbolt ports on the back, and all the ports are on the back on the iMac. So compared to 1 on the MacBook Air, and yes, well, both of the models are not upgradable, except it's not easily upgradable, except for the 27-inch iMac, which you can easily upgrade the RAM inside. Yes, that's a tool-free one, except you have to press the button and pop out the RAM kit. I don't know what you call that. RAM cover. Yes. So yes, the iMac is of course more powerful sometimes. But to the specs, it's not really that powerful. But the money you're getting for that is if you buy a MacBook Air, which is here. You have this model. If you really want an SD card slot, you have to go with this. 120 cheapest one. The cheapest model you can get out there is this price. But remember, this is the iMac must be slower than the MacBook Air. Why? It's because the MacBook Air is running on flash storage. And if you really upgrade that, I'm just going to do a side-by-side comparison of 256 gigabytes of flash storage. So I'm going to upgrade that to 8 gigabytes. And you have the option of Thunderbolt display. Of course, I don't want that. And if you really need a DVI adapter, which you need to connect to another display to save money, well, that would be expensive because that would be $1,328 compared to the iMac, the cheapest model. With flash storage, oops. Well, the MacBook Air is actually still cheaper than the iMac. I'll explain it later because well, the Magic Mouse and Magic Trackpad. The funny thing is, the iMac comes with a Magic Mouse, which costs, let's see, which costs a little money. So a wireless keyboard. So this two. If you add those two to the MacBook Air, see what we've got. Add that to the cart, and if we have that, continue shopping. We have Mac, Mac accessories, keyboard, mice and keyboards. You'll see that the Apple keyboard, which is the Apple. Oops, the Apple Magic Mouse is $69, and that's if you add that, 1328, I think, or less. I'll just treat it as $1,400, and that's more expensive already if you add the Magic Mouse, and if you add the wireless keyboard, I mean, that's also expensive. That's wireless, and yes, I don't think there is anything for that. That's also yes, that's also about $69. So, well, the bad thing is, if you add both of them, I'll treat the keyboard as $30. But if you don't even add the keyboard, it is still more expensive. So what do you think about the iMac that Apple just released at a low price with some low-end specs? Be sure to let me know in the comments below, and if you have anything to ask me or anything to tell me, please also leave down a comment in the comments below, and please like and subscribe, as that will help out a lot. So the subscribe button will be somewhere here at the top right hand corner of this video, and the like button is just down below, below the subscribe button that you see next to below the channel name. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.